This is Tales and Whispers, where every story is felt, not just heard.
So let me tell you this story. It's about a neighbor, his Wi-Fi, and a simple favor that just goes completely sideways. But what comes out of it is this incredible lesson in fairness, and it all kicks off with just one question. And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? At what point does a nice little gesture stop being a gift and start feeling like something you owe somebody? We've all kind of been there, I think. This story is about that exact moment, the moment that line gets crossed.
All right, section 1, a neighborly favor. So the story starts out super simple. You've got two neighbors, they're friendly, living side by side. You know, everything seems totally cool. And here's where it all begins. A request that, let's be honest, a lot of us have probably heard before. It seems so harmless, right? Just a simple favor for a guy you see all the time. And at first, yeah, it was exactly that.
And you can totally see the logic here. It's generous, it makes perfect sense. Hey, it's not costing me anything extra, and it helps me keep things friendly with the guy next door. It seems like the perfect, easy, neighborly thing to do.
So now we get to section 2, the unreciprocated request. And this is where that friendly neighborhood vibe takes a very, very sharp turn, and the whole arrangement gets put to the test.
A little while goes by, and the neighbor's all excited, telling our guy that he's gotten Netflix, thanks to that free internet. So our protagonist, seeing a perfect chance for a little friendly give and take, kind of jokingly asks for the Netflix password in return. Seems fair, right? And then, bam, the whole mood just shatters. The neighbor's wife, from a distance, just shuts it down completely. And her reason, her justification, it just hangs there in the air, creating this super awkward silence. The friendly exchange has officially become a one-way street. Now, let's just pause and look at this for a second, because this is fascinating. It lays out the two completely different ways of thinking so clearly. On one side, you've got this idea of, hey, it costs me nothing extra to share this resource, so why not? But on the other side, the logic is, nope, I pay for this specific thing, so it belongs only to me. It's just a fundamental clash in how they see the whole idea of sharing. And that brings us to section 3, a lesson in fairness. So after that really uncomfortable moment, our guy goes home. But as you can imagine, a new day is about to bring a very, very predictable problem. And here we go. The chickens are coming home to roost. Our protagonist has had a whole night to think about what happened, and now he's ready with a response that's based on the wife's own logic. And right on cue, there it is. The neighbor, with his wife this time, comes over to complain. Their free utility, their internet, has suddenly been cut off. The password isn't working anymore, and they want to know what's going on. And this is just a brilliant moment. Poetic justice. There's no yelling, no big argument. He just calmly takes the wife's exact words and applies them to his Wi-Fi. This isn't about revenge. It's about perfectly mirroring their own logic right back at them. Okay, section 4, the aftermath. Now, as you can probably guess, this perfectly logical response did not go over well. But man, was it definitive. It set a boundary that was crystal clear. The wife apparently tried to argue the point, but our protagonist just wasn't having any of it. He just calmly and clearly explained the new state of affairs. There was just no room left for any debate. And this is just the final word on the matter. It's the perfect mic drop. You have your thing, I have my thing. We're even. The free ride is over, the discussion is closed. Now everyone has exactly what they pay for. And that was it. That was the end of it. The relationship, which they clearly saw as just transactional, was officially over. By setting that firm boundary, our protagonist ended the one-sided deal. And, well, he ended the neighborly relationship along with it. So, section 5, the rule of reciprocity. What is the big moral of this incredible little story? Well, it's a perfect illustration of this really powerful social rule that kind of governs all of our relationships, whether we realize it or not. See, at its core, this whole thing is about reciprocity. It's that unspoken agreement that we expect things to be fair. When you do something nice for someone, there's this deep, fundamental expectation that they'd be willing to do something nice back for you. It just has to be a two-way street. And what's great is how this idea applies to, well, pretty much everything. This was never really just about Wi-Fi and Netflix. That was just the symptom. The principle is universal. Friendship, affection, respect, all of it. It all needs investment from both sides. When that Wi-Fi password was only flowing in one direction, it wasn't a friendship anymore. It was just being used. And this is the powerful conclusion from the story. I mean, what a statement. It's like a declaration of self-respect. It's about making a conscious decision to stop pouring your energy, your resources, and your kindness into black holes, into people who give you nothing back. And that's why this matters so much. Constantly giving and giving without getting anything in return, that's not being kind. That's just burning yourself out. Being able to spot when a relationship is totally one-sided is so important for protecting yourself from people who will just take and take. And so, we end by turning that question back to you. In this story, the line became crystal clear. But in our own lives, it's usually a lot fuzzier, isn't it? So the real question to think about is, where do you draw your line? And maybe more importantly, are you prepared to enforce it?